Tim is a smart game programmer. He's talking on the phone with his work team. They tell him the release date of their new game has moved much earlier than they expected. Tim is already stressed. This news makes it worse. His mind drifts away. He starts thinking about his wife, Liv. They haven't spent much time together since they lost their baby 2 years ago. Liv had a miscarriage, and everything changed. Tim sees a fly trapped under a glass. He lifts the glass to free it through the window, but he loses balance. The fly escapes. Then Liv calls him from the bathroom. She says she wants to show him something. Tim is tired and says, "Make it quick. I have a lot of work to do." As they go outside, they see Anton, their neighbor. Then they meet Mr. Friedman, the apartment owner. Friedman smiles and tells them the building's renovations are finally done after 3 months. Suddenly, they hear a loud noise. A helicopter flies above, heading to a place with smoke. Friedman says there's a big fire in Hoffen City. After saying goodbye, Liv takes Tim to the parking area. There's a surprise waiting, a camper van. Liv wants to take a spontaneous trip to Paris, but instead of smiling, Tim becomes sad. The idea brings back pain. Liv tells him she quit her job as an architect. She wants a new start, but Tim says he can't go. He's busy with an important project. Liv becomes quiet. She sees Tim is still lost in work, still not the same since they lost the baby. That night, Liv makes her choice. She's going to leave. The next morning, Tim wakes up. Liv is already dressed. Her bag is packed. She looks calm, but her eyes are tired. She says, "I'm leaving." She walks to the front door, but when she opens it, wrong. The door is completely sealed with black bricks. Tim runs to the door camera, but the screen is just static, no picture. He hurries to the windows, but all the windows are also blocked by the same black bricks. Liv tries to call the apartment owner, but the phones have no signal. Even the Wi-Fi is dead. Tim notices something strange. Every time he walks near the door, the phone screen glitches with static. Liv touches the bricks. "This material, I've never seen anything like it," she says. She grabs a power drill and tries to drill into the bricks, but the drill doesn't work. Not even a scratch. They try to break the walls around the house. Nothing works. The bricks are everywhere. Then they hear something. A noise from the neighbor's apartment. Tim and Liv rush to the wall they share. They start drilling. Soon, they make a small hole. Through the hole, they see 2 people, Marvin and Anna, a young couple, tourists. Tim asks, "Are you also trapped?" Anna nods. She says the black wall was there when she woke up. Marvin is nervous. He starts to panic. Anna gently tells him to take some pills and calm down. Liv gives Anna a kind smile. "It will be okay," she says. The water stops running. Tim opens the tap. Nothing comes out. He frowns. "No water," he says. Liv looks worried. Tim says, "We just need to think. Like a game. We can find the way out." But Liv gets angry. "Not everything is a game, Tim," she shouts. "You only care about your work. If you had come with me yesterday, we wouldn't be trapped." She walks away. Tim throws his phone at the wall. It breaks. A small chip from. Just then, Liv comes back. "I'm sorry," she says. Tim picks up a spoon and presses it to the wall. The spoon sticks. They both stare at the wall. They quickly collect all the metal objects in the apartment. Spoons, knives, tools. They press them to the wall. Then Liv sees a pattern for bricks in a square. They pull the metal items away from the other bricks and put them only on the 4 bricks. Suddenly, the metal items start shaking. Tim shouts, "Get down." The knives and tools fly off the wall. One hits Tim. He bleeds. Liv helps him. Hours later, they hear shouting from the neighbors. Tim widens the hole. He takes a bat and pepper spray. He and Liv crawl through to Marvin and Anna's apartment. Inside, they see Anna. She's bleeding. Tim searches for Marvin, but Marvin jumps at him in fear. Liv sprays Marvin with the pepper spray. Anna shouts, "Stop. He didn't hurt me." She explains the blood is Marvin. Tim ties Marvin's hands. Just to be safe, Tim looks around the apartment. Inside, they search for anything to help them escape. Liv finds a small camera. Tim finds a big sledgehammer. He hits the walls, but the bricks don't break. Liv says maybe the way out is through the floors. She remembers something. The building was built in 1897. He starts breaking the floor. As Tim breaks the floor, Anna looks at her phone. She says, "I saw videos. Strange lights. Some people think it's UFOs." Marvin laughs. "No, it's Friedman. He's behind this." Liv shakes her head. Friedman is a nice man. Finally, the floor breaks. They use their clothes to make a rope. Tim climbs down first. He lands in an old apartment and sees an older man. His name is Oswald. Oswald looks angry. He says, "I have food. You can't have any. Leave now." Tim says, "I don't want food. I just want to go down to the first floor." Suddenly, a girl enters the room. It's Leah, Oswald's granddaughter. "Stop scaring them, Grandpa," she says. "They just need help." Oswald sighs. "Okay, but stay away from my granddaughter." One by one, everyone climbs down. Marvin struggles because his hands are still tied. Liv hands Marvin the sledgehammer. He starts breaking the floor. Leah sits nearby, texting. Liv asks, "Are you okay?" Leah says she had a fight with her girlfriend. Liv smiles and says, "You'll see her again. We'll get out of here." Then Tim sees a smoke alarm on the table. Something doesn't feel right. He opens it, and inside is a hidden camera. He checks another one, also a camera. He asks Oswald, "Did you put this here?" Oswald says, "No, Friedman installed all the alarms." Marvin eyes grow wide. He says, "It's like we're in some kind of Squid Game." Liv says, "Friedman lives behind that wall. Let's go talk to him." They knock down the wall and enter Friedman's apartment. It's quiet. They call his name. No answer. Then they find him. Friedman is dead. His hands are gone. Tim checks Friedman's phone. He finds photos of the black brick walls. They return and tell Oswald and Leah what happened. Marvin gets angry. He swings the sledgehammer harder and faster. Then Liv sees a newspaper. She reads a headline, "Haven City Fire." She says, "Could this be connected?" Tim says, "No, that's too far." But then the floor breaks beneath them. Tim, Marvin, and Anna fall down. Liv climbs after them. They're bruised, but okay. Oswald says he can't go anymore. Leah begs him, "Please, come with me." Oswald smiles. "Your mom never listened to me either." He follows her down. Suddenly, a door opens. A man steps out. "My name is Yuri," he says. "I'm a friend of Anton." Yuri looks at them. "Why are you breaking the floors?" Tim says, "We're trying to escape." Yuri says, "You can't leave. The outside is dangerous. The bricks protect us." Liv asks, "Where is Anton?" Yuri takes them to a room. Anton lies on the bed. He's not moving. Yuri says Anton died from heart problems. The group says sorry, but they still want to escape. Leah stays behind, looking at Anton's desk. She sees strange drawings and code. She memorizes everything and follows the others. They break the last floor and climb into the basement. There, they find the emergency exit, but it's blocked with black bricks too. Marvin screams. He hits the bricks with the sledgehammer. Oswald shouts, "Stop!" He pulls out a gun. Marvin pretends to calm down. Then he grabs the gun and fires it at the bricks. Suddenly, all the metal objects in the bricks explode outward, flying through the air. One hits Oswald. He falls and doesn't get up. He is dead. Leah cries for her grandfather. Yuri lowers his head. "I'm sorry," he says. In the silence, Anna speaks. Anna looks at the group. She says, "I had a near-death accident. A car hit me when I was 15. Leah joins in. "My mom died from cancer 2 years ago." Yuri takes a deep breath. "I'm a police officer. Killed someone while working." The group splits into two. Leah and Liv go to Anton's apartment. Tim, Anna, and Marvin go back to Friedman's. Leah finds Anton's broken laptop, a phone, and papers full of code. She shows them to Liv. Then they ask Yuri about it. He says calmly, "Anton went mad." Back in Friedman's place, Tim checks the walls. He notices something strange. This room. It's smaller than it should be. He knocks on the walls. There's a fake wall here. Marvin finds a remote. It needs fingerprints, probably Friedman's. Tim says, "There are too many possible codes. We need to narrow it down." He gets an idea. "Bring me some flour." With the flour, they check which buttons were pressed the most. Liv and Leah stay with Yuri. Liv asks Leah, "Did you know Anton worked for a tech company?" Leah checks his business card. It says Epsilon Nano Defense Senior Programmer. Tim opens the door. What they find is shocking. Cameras. Hundreds of them. Friedman had been watching all the apartments. Tim checks the videos. They find the day the bricks appeared. It happened instantly in just one moment. Everything was sealed. Back in Anton's room, Leah examines his body. She sees marks around his neck like he was strangled. Then, Yuri appears behind her. The group finds out the truth. Anton didn't faint inside his room. He was killed outside and Yuri lied about it. Suddenly, they realize Yuri is missing. Marvin stands up. "I'll go find him." Just then, Marvin attacks him, but Tim arrives just in time. Together, they fight Yuri and tie him up. In the living room. For everything, Anna joins them and asks, "Why would Yuri kill Leah?" Liv says, "Maybe she found something." Tim and Liv go through Anton's burned papers. They find notes and symbols. Liv says, "I think Anton was trying to send a message." Tim studies the symbols. It's a code, but not like Morse code. It's more complex. Then Liv shows him Anton's old business card. Anton worked for the company that built the brick walls. Tim decides to ask Yuri again, "How do we break the code?" Yuri just stares at them and says, "All of humanity's problems come from man's failure to sit quietly alone in a room." Blaise Pascal. Tim shouts, "The brick wall is a defense system. It was made to stop biological or chemical attacks. We are at war." Liv asks, "Then why did Anton try to escape?" Yuri answers, "He thought it was a system error caused by the fire." Just then, Anna gasps, "I found the video." The group gathers around. They see Anton programming a mobile app. Tim leans in. It's not a sound code. It's an optical code, like a QR code. They search for Anton's phone. It's still working. Tim transfers the app to Anna's phone. Then they head to the wall, ready to try the code. Marvin stays behind to watch Yuri. Tim taps the bricks with the app. Suddenly, the wall liquefies. Anna slowly puts her hand inside. It feels warm. Something is moving. Then, the wall grabs her. They try to pull her out, but only half of her comes back. Marvin watches, horrified. He screams in pain and anger. Marvin turns to Yuri. He shoots him. Then, Marvin turns the gun on himself and ends his life. A few hours later, Tim and Liv sit in silence. They have lost so much. Tim turns to Liv, tears in his eyes. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. Back then, after we lost the baby, I just shut down. But I see it now. I see you. Liv wipes her eyes. She whispers, that's what you do when you love someone. Tim looks at the wall. We have to try again. This time, we do it right. They go back to Anton's phone. Tim rechecks the app. This time, we tap the code from the bottom. But Liv stops him. Wait, let's look at the flashes in the video. She watches closely. 1 flash. Then 4. Then 2. They realize something. The flashes are the code. Just as they are about to try it, Yuri attacks. He knocks Tim to the floor. Liv screams and stumbles. She crashes through the floor into the basement. Tim doesn't think twice. He grabs Yuri and shoves him down after her. Then he jumps in too. They land in the old air raid shelter, cold and dark. Tim yells, Liv, open the door. I'll hold him off. But Yuri is too strong. He throws Tim aside and runs toward Liv. Liv picks up a sledgehammer. It hits Yuri hard on the head. He drops. Tim and Liv rush to the back door. They open it and step outside. They are free. But the world around them is not the same. The city is quiet, empty streets, and everywhere brick walls.